Mic check, mic check. Let me see. Mic check, mic check. Okay. Shalom, shalom. Want to turn to the east, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakadash. That will bless the honesty of the apostles and elders of great millstone, Thomas truth, the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua. Back here with another lesson through the spirit. Preaching this truth and sincerity. So as you know how these lessons go. I'm gonna talk about the current events that's been happening and going on in the news this past week. Bring out scriptures through the spirit, and Lord willing to be edifying to you all out there listening and watching. So without further ado, let's get into it. So, we got 2 days until Donald Nero Trump is in office. 2 days. And there's been a lot of things that's been going on in the news this past week. The major headline being those the Pacific Palisade fires in LA, and it's reportedly done burnt up about 28,000 acres of land. Hasn't really deleted too many people, but as the days have went on and on, there's been more and more information that's been pulled out about what's been going on. Sources saying they think that this fire was started due to this weapon that Esau Edom has constructed, because we know that Esau Edom's blessing is the sword, the so-called white man, and it's called a direct energy weapon, or a dew, that Mountain Dew. So they think that a beam or whatnot, a powerful beam from the sky, shot down and what started the fires. Now, is the mainstream news saying that? No. But we've been seeing lots of different information to back that up. As in, this so-called dew has the ability to burn down things and whatnot. It's a powerful beam that can burn down things, but it burns everything except for the color that I'm wearing right now, which is blue. And throughout those fires, everything that was blue did not get burnt up. And the fires that happened in Maui was getting matched up to the fires that happened in the Palisades. And that was the common trend that they seen. The things in the Maui fire and the things in the LA fire, everything that was blue did not get burnt up. And we actually seen a video, let me see if I can find it actually. There was a video that was surfacing that was showing the little like burning on different colors, the beam burning on different colors, and when it was on the blue beam, it wasn't burning. So we're not ignorant of Esau, Edom, or Satan's devices. Let me see if I can find it. Here it is, the audio about Chanel Shah. Now with Donald Nero Trump getting into office and coming into office, we know that he's been making a lot of different claims as to deporting people and whatnot. And it just so happens that the mainstream news is reporting that these fires were started. It wasn't a wildfire, but it was arson. And it just so happened that the person who quote unquote started these fires, the people that quote unquote started these fires, or person, was an illegal immigrant from where? Mexico. So that's a pretty good coincidence. The fact that he's coming in and he wants to deport all these Mexicans and whatnot. Then on top of that, we have a fire a week and a half or a week before he comes into office. And it so happily was started by an illegal immigrant, or so they say, which I don't buy that, because there is no such thing as coincidences. So there be evil in the city and the people. Yeah, let me get that real quick. Acts. No, Salaki. Acts chapter 3 and verse, Salaki, Amos chapter 3 and verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city and the Lord Yahweh have not done it? Surely the Lord, the Most High Power, will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. Who are the prophets? The ones who are out on the highways and the byways, the Israelites, the hopeful elect. Lord willing, we be of that number. To you all out there, you Akim, who are pushing this truth. Now, let's get that in the NLT. I like that. When a ram's horn blows, a warning, shouldn't the people be alarmed? Does a disaster come to a city unless the Lord planned it? Unless the Lord has planned it. So no, everything that happens on the earth is done by Yahweh. The reason why these things come upon the earth, and these things that are increasing upon the earth, these different plagues and whatnot, is because of the Lord. Now, let's get this. I'm gonna just go down the list really. Actually, I wanna start off with this. God damn, man, fucking cigarette smoke. I wanna get this real quick before I start reading any of the other things that happened in the news. This is Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, he shall be saved out of it. And those are these are the days that we're coming into, man. The days that we are coming into are going to be days like I've never been seen upon the earth since there was a people or a nation on the earth. Are we in Jacob's trouble yet? No, we're not in Jacob's trouble yet. But we are approaching that time. And after this election, with Trump coming into office, you can see a big flip and how shit goes, man. That's why our elder apostles have dubbed this year the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble, because it's no telling how these people are going to react to Trump getting in office. They think that he's gonna be able to come and save them, or save them from the things that are about to come upon this earth, or the things that the United States or the U.S. people are suffering from already, which he won't be able to, because no man can no man can stop prophecy, is what I want to say. So no man can stop prophecy. So it doesn't matter what you try and do. If the Lord wants it to happen, it's going to happen. And from the scriptures, we know that Babylon the Great, also known as America, is due for great destruction. So let me get this. It says Yemen explosion deletes 15 and injures 70 others. That was earlier in the news. 65 injured in a tram crash. You had at least 100 dead in a South African mine. I could continue on about all this different death and judgment that the Lord is placing upon the earth. Like I said, you're gonna keep on seeing these type of mass casualty events. You know, a mass casualty is the death of 10 people or more. You have Israeli strike that killed 72 after they announced the ceasefire, which that ceasefire is supposed to go into effect on Sunday, which is tomorrow. But the fact that they announced it and then continue to kill, they're gonna try and get, which I know they're gonna try and get, rack up as many kills as they can, but they've come up with a ceasefire plan to where they're gonna release all of the prisoners of war, and that came from Donald Trump basically threatening Netanyahu. We're basically saying y'all need to go ahead and end this war, which is what he said he wanted to do. When he first got in office, he said he's gonna end the war, which is what he's trying to do. Through him trying to end that war, though, he thinks that he can save America. Like I was saying, he thinks that if there's no war in the Holy Land, or if there's no war going on, then everything's gonna go back to normal, or he's changing prophecy, which is not true at all. You know, just because you stopped a few people from fighting, don't mean that the plagues and the destruction of this place is not gonna happen. Now let me see. Yeah, the Gaza ceasefire plan. Then you have, so for the Palisades fire, hundreds of thousands was evacuating. Then on top of that, I forgot, Ukraine sent over the most destructive or vicious attack or whatever, they most destructive strike at Russia this past week, which I'm pretty sure Russia said they was able to intercept basically all of those missiles, which they continue to use US and UK made missiles, which is prompting Russia to say, man, they said Russia's threats on a strike. They threaten that a strike on the UK and the US is inevitable. Which we know what the scriptures say about how the country from the north is gonna come and destroy Babylon. So let me get this real quick regarding all of the different deaths and whatnot in the news, because you're gonna continue to see like I said, mass casualties. And of course it starts to sprinkle and stuff when I get out here. And it didn't say nowhere on the news that it was gonna rain today. All it said was that it's gonna be cloudy. It's been real gloomy down here because it's been raining all last night into the morning. But it's okay though, because the work of the Lord does not stop. Let me get Zephaniah chapter 3 and verse 1, and the points being in 4 and 5. And the title is, Woe to Jerusalem and the nations. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted, to the oppressing city. She obeyed not the voice, she received not correction. She trusted not in Yahweh, she drew not near to her God. So that's talking about our people. Her princes within her are roaring lions. Her judges are evening wolves. They gnaw not the bones till the morrow. Her prophets are light and treacherous persons. Her priests have polluted the sanctuary. They have done violence to the law. The just Yahweh is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. Meaning, the Lord brings forth judgment daily, yet the wicked continue to do wickedness. They know no shame. Like the brothers were just saying in the GMS Charlotte camp, man. These people, damn, what was the word he used? I can't remember the exact words the brothers used, but basically they were saying our people blatantly disregard the Lord's laws and just don't give a fuck. Basically, they continue to break laws with no care or concern, as if you're not gonna have to pay for that, man. The Lord sees everything that you do, everything that goes on under the sun, or to like everything that goes on the earth. The Lord sees it. Whether you think you got away with it, whether you think nobody's seen you do it, you're gonna have to own up to that. I have cut off the nations, their towers are desolate, I made their streets waste, that none passeth by, their cities are destroyed, so that there is no man, that there is none inhabitant. And what is that talking about? That's talking about Babylon, man. This place is gonna be a desolation, dog. A desolation. Nobody's gonna inhabit it. After those arrows come over here, those ICBMs that come and touch down here and destroy everything that they've built, this land is not gonna be rebuilt no more, man. It's gonna be a desolation, a desert. Beasts and creeping and crawling things gonna dwell here. People gonna pass by and hiss at it. Look at Babylon, man. You remember that place? Wicked ass place, man. Remember it? Yeah, you remember it. The place that made everybody drink of that damn Kool-Aid. What sorrow awaits, this is in the NLT, what sorrow awaits rebellious, polluted Jerusalem, the city of violence and crime. No one can tell it anything. It refuses all correction. It does not trust in Yahweh or draw near to its God. So we've also had an increase. And so, like, I'm going off a little bit, but this ties into the scriptures. We've had an increase of scoffers on the comment boards, of non-believer videos, which we've talked about. I've made a lesson on it this past week. Other brothers have made numerous lessons on it. You have people saying, oh, Jacob's trouble is not coming. Let me read this nigga comment real quick. So lock in, man. One person said, Jacob's trouble is not for Jacob. It is now time for Esau's trouble. Where do we say that at in the scriptures? Where do we say that at in the scriptures? Let me get this real quick, man. Where is this comment at? family, this person said, family, be at peace. There will not be any Jacob's trouble. We are done with our punishment. Now let's just stop right there. If we were done with our punishment, why are we still under the curses? Why do you still have to go to work daily? Why do you still have to pay taxes? Why do you still have to pay for food and water? Why can't you grow your own things? Why do you still have to deal with the bullshit that comes with this world? You have to pay for gasoline, you have to drive your car, all of these other things, man. We're still under the curses. We're still tributaries to our enemies at that. Jacob's trouble is not for those. No, Jacob's trouble is for those who trouble Jacob. Again, it does not say that in the scriptures. It's called Jacob's with an apostrophe S, as in ownership. Jacob's trouble. Be at peace, family. That's just a non-believer on the comments. And it's been an influence of that, man. You have a surge for some reason, which we're in the end time. So it says that scoffers and mockers are gonna come about, which of course we know that they've been around for since we've been putting out this truth. They've been around since we've been putting out this truth. And like the elder Apostle Tahar said on his list I watched earlier today, these people have a problem when we come and say something. But they don't try and debate the Christians, the Ish people, the Muslims, the Buddhists, all of them. They don't have to go through this shit, but we do. Why? Because we're bringing out the truth. Be at peace, family. So we've seen also an increase of women trying to teach, when the scriptures specifically tell women not to teach. They command them not to teach. So we know that the Jake women are rebellious, and that's why y'all are up under them curses that is spoken of in Isaiah chapter 3. Okay? You have these women. Jake men need Jake women. We need each other. No, we don't need you. The scriptures is more so for us than it is for y'all. Now, of course, we do have those sisters, you aqua out there, who will be of the elect, or who are in this truth. You few sisters. But when the scriptures do talk about women, it's typically not nothing good. So, but a lot of these mockers and scoffers are coming out because they're hurt. They are hurt. They are hurt. Grandma not mad. Grandma just hurt. I am hurting. They are hurt, man. They are truly hurt. They are in their feelings because they cannot understand the scriptures. The Lord did not bestow wisdom and understanding to them, whether it go for the women or for the men. Because you also have, if you haven't watched that video with Captain Tazariak and Cooley, coon ass nigga, and Gorilla Hebrew, and what's that other East Edomite name? Alex Smith. If you haven't watched that, go watch that, and then go watch the Elder Apostle Tahar video on that, and then go watch the Elder Apostle Gabar video on that. You have people like that, Cooley and fucking Alex Smith, which we're not even going to speak on you because you're an Edomite. We know I'm about to bring it out in the scriptures what's about to happen to y'all. So you could go ahead and go to the side. We don't have to talk about you. But you, Cooley, like I said, hurt. These people are hurt. You don't realize you're an Israelite. But you're in so much damn, you're so damn stiff-necked that you can't get that through your head. But that's okay, though, because the Lord doesn't want you to get it. Now, let me go, Salakia, man. Let me go back to Zephaniah 3:3 in the NLT. Its leaders are like roaring lions hunting for their vicious victims, Salakia. Its judges are like ravenous wolves at evening time, who by dawn have left no trace of their prey. Its prophets are arrogant liars, seeking their own gain. Its priests defile the temple by disobeying the Most High Power's instruction. That's talking about you, man. You damn Christians. And the Christian church is slowly but surely, I don't even want to say that, man. The Christian church is starting to plummet. People are starting to realize that y'all have been talking a bunch of mumbo jumbo all these years. That y'all full of shit, basically. Y'all full of crap. But Yahweh is still there in the city, and he does no wrong. Day by day, he hands down justice, judgment, and he does not fail. But the wicked know no shame. I have wiped out many nations. Man, the Lord is a powerful power, man. That's why you should be feared. Devastating their fortress walls and towers. Their streets are now deserted. Their cities lie in silent ruin. There are no survivors, none at all. And that's what's going to happen to Esau Edom, man. That's what's going to happen to their kingdom. Babylon is going to become a desolation, whether you like it or not. It doesn't matter whether you like it or not, because it says it in the scriptures. 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 It does not matter if you like it or not. It's not, nobody cares about your feelings, man. It does not, your feelings don't matter when it comes to this truth. Okay? Get that through your fucking skull, man. Let me go back to this, man. So, lucky for that, man. It's just, it is very vexing seeing all these people trying to read and teach and pull out scriptures, and they don't know what they talking about. They don't know what they talking about. They continuously try and pull it out, or they try and say something, or they try and come against us, which we know is all in the scriptures. It speaks about persecution. It speaks about scoffers and mockers. But that's okay, man. It's all a part of this. It's all a part of this truth. But it does get annoying hearing these people run their mouth, and they don't be talking about shit. They don't be talking about nothing, bro. They just be speaking. They just be speaking. The lights are on, but nobody's home. Man, the lights are on, but nobody's home, man. Jake is sitting up here worried about TikTok when they don't realize the different types of prophecies that are, Lord willing, going to be fulfilled this year. Jake is worried about TikTok when we have wars going on, mass destruction, famines going on all around the world. The only place that has not been touched yet is that virgin Babylon, but it will be touched soon. Yeah, man. Jake is consumed with folly. All right, let me get this, man. Let me see. Salaki. I'm gonna get through these, and then, you know what? Towards the end, I'm gonna talk about Esau Edom's destruction, because I do got some precepts I want to pull out about their ass. Okay. Bay Area 3.75 mag strike. Or not strike, Salaki, but Bay Area hit with 3.75 magnitude earthquake, and I think they had like, that was the second one in the last 2 to 3 days or something like that. A 6.9 mag quake in Japan, which almost set off a tsunami. A 6.2 mag quake in Mexico. The Bay Area and that Mexican earthquake, those happened on the same day, and followed by that earthquake in Japan, which happened the next day. You had 130 mile per hour wind. Oh no, Salaki, let me get this. Yeah, also 130 earthquakes registered after volcano eruption in Iceland. Or no, Salaki, the volcano didn't erupt, but it was 130 registered earthquakes underneath the volcano, and now they thinking that volcano might erupt. But a volcano did erupt. Mount Ibu erupts in Indonesia, and all the people on that island had to evacuate. So, like I said, man, these natural disasters that's coming upon the earth are going to continue to come upon the earth. During the Palisades fire, it took them days to put that shit out. And I don't even know if it's out. It might be. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But it took them days to get that under control. The first, 24 hours, they had 0% of it contained. You know, millions of dollars of damages. On top of that, you had their governor was in Ghana at cocktail hour while this was going on. They had just cut their city budget of $100 million within the fire. Damn, what's that shit called? Fire department. Yeah. And it was something with their water or something like that. They cut the water off like 2 weeks before the fire, so they didn't have no water going through they hydrants and stuff to put it out. So you think that's a coincidence? Man, they knew they man, Esau Edom, bro. Let me get it real quick. I'm gonna pull it up. Man, we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, dog. And Esau Edom is getting exposed day by day, too. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. The Wadi Habashim Yahushua for bestowing understanding unto us, so we will not be deceived by this shit. Unlike the masses. Then I want to pull this out too. Esau is bare. Man, Esau is getting exposed, man. Your own women are going against you, man. Your own women are speaking against you, exposing you. Your women don't even fuck with you, dude. This is Jeremiah chapter 49 and verse 10, and it reads, "But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places. He shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not." So Esau Edom is getting exposed, man. You know what I'm saying? You have CIA whistleblowers coming out, exposing you. You have all these other people exposing you. The fact that the fires happened, and then instantly, we already knew how they was created. Through the damn DEW. It happened that quick, man. The wise men are getting destroyed out of teaming. And we're going to get that later. It's okay. I'm going to get this as well to back this scripture up. Shalaki. All that see him. Here it is. What you called it. Their own tongue to fall upon themselves. It was a video with that one dude, Governor Mayor Newsom, or whatever political figure he is, to LA. It was a video that surfaced with you. I didn't do enough fact checking to see if this was true or not. So take this with a grain of salt. But he said something along the lines of the fires we started at a press conference that he was talking about. And if that's true, man, Esau Edom is a motherfucker. This is Psalm chapter 64 and verse 8. "So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away." And people are starting to, like I said, man, and the other brothers as well, people are starting to see how much crap Esau Edom is filled with, man. And Babylon, for that matter. They're starting to see what type of people you truly are. So when it reads in Ecclesiastes 12:10, where it says, trust not thine enemy, for like iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Even though he tries to wipe away his wickedness and make himself and humble himself and make himself look like he's all nice and innocent, the iron is not all wiped away. Or no, so like not the iron, but the rust. The rust is not all wiped away. So just because you painted yourself to be, oh, hi, how are you doing, sir? Nice to meet you. All nice and mannered and whatnot. We know that you're truly wicked at heart. And these people are slowly but surely starting to see that as well, Esau Edom. So let me get this. Man. I should have brought a handkerchief. This is, oh yeah, 130 mile per hour strong winds in Alaska left 17,000 without power. That was earlier, and I'm not sure if they got that resolved yet or not, because you know this past week it was a big winter storm that came across the whole U.S. So you had half the U.S., majority of the U.S. that was suffering from snow. Then the other part was getting burnt. Now we know why they burning up these cities and destroying these cities, as far as them floods that happened in Florida and North Carolina, parts of Tennessee. These cities are being wiped away to usher in what? 15-minute cities. Because they know that if they came with that proposal to a group of people, they would be in what's the word I want to use? They would be in disapproval of that. Okay? They would be in disapproval. They wouldn't agree with that shit. Yeah, they definitely was. These people just got out, man. They was in the car smashing, man. That's funny. I'm so lucky though, man. Whole time, man, I pulled up here. It's like I'm going off, man, but I pulled up here, what, 40 to 50 minutes ago. The car just sitting there behind me. Blacked out tents. Two people just got out. You know what was going on. Salakia, man. Damn, I just lost my train of thought. Let me think. Yeah, so 15-minute season, man. There's been videos coming out about LA 2028. Smart LA. Do your research on that. Smart LA. I want to give you homework. Look up Smart LA. Okay? But you know what I'm saying? Our apostles and elders have been saying and speaking on 15-minute cities. Because that's what they're trying to move to. Like I said, I can see, I told the brother this the other day, I can see Huntsville as a 15-minute city. They got everything you need in a 15-minute radius. So you don't even need a car. You can walk everywhere. You got the grocery store, you got the pharmacist, you got everything you need right here in the city. What's the point of leaving? Okay? Everything that Esau Edom do is about control, man. So the shit they put in our food, the way that they poison us, putting all these different chemicals in the air, forever chemicals, they want to make you soft and slow and pudgy so that they can control you. And they're all, you know who's a big supporter of that? Gil Bates, which I talked about him in my lesson the other day. So, okay, let me continue though. So I was just talking about the strong winds. Then you have the water, the tap water is unsafe in LA. Virginia, for a minute, I don't even know, they might still be suffering from this. They didn't even have water. Virginia was suffering, they didn't even have water. But like I said, you don't hear this shit in the news. People that worried about TikTok, but they don't see all this other shit that's going on. you know, they have the spirit of slumber upon them. So, again, when was we in the new covenant? If people are still oblivious to stuff like this, they still have the spirit of slumber on them, which is a part of the curses. Okay, let me get this. Oh yeah, another thing, Czech Republic ends their oil dependency with Russia, and that goes back to the what's that shit called? The Nord Stream pipeline. There we go. So basically, they saying they joining forces with the West, and they gonna depend on the USA, which we'll see how that goes for you all, and that's all I'm gonna say. Let me see. So yeah, man, that's pretty much all I got on the news. I'm gonna pull out some scriptures, but also Biden's middle finger as well. In his little speech he gave or whatnot, he basically, well, first off, he basically just said, we know that he gave the Carolina people $770 or whatever in funding through FEMA, basically based off their damages and whatnot. Then they gave the people in LA less than them. They gave them like $720, $750, something like that, in relief funds. Then on top of that, guess what? They still gotta pay taxes in a house they don't live in. Their houses got burned up, and they still gotta pay taxes. That's how merciless Esau Edom is, though. Okay? And then, on top of that, well, they giving you $700 in relief funds, they're still sending millions and billions of dollars to Ukraine. So this is just showing you that your own government does not give a shit about you. That's basically what that's showing you. Now, what can that lead to? In the scriptures, what could that lead to? Salakia. Let me see. I can read all of this. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Meaning, it's going to be lots of wars on the earth. Great wars. But there shall be sedition. Actually, I don't even want to say swords. Nation shall rise against nation. People shall rise against people. So there's going to be race wars, civil wars. This place is going to turn into a complete dystopia. Those movies that we watched when we was growing up, and we was like, man, or at least I used to think like this, because I can recall seeing those movies where the rich would go to Mars and then all the poor people would get stuck on Earth. I used to think to myself, if this happens in real life, what am I gonna do? I used to think that to myself as a kid. So you see all these different movies though, The Purge, you have Anarchy, all these other things. We look at those people, I'm not gonna say we, because we put on the spiritual glasses, the spiritual lens when we watching these movies. We look at it in a spiritual lens. So, but the masses, they watch that as entertainment. They don't think to themselves, damn, what does this actually happen in real life? They don't think like that. But we know that stuff like this is gonna happen in real life. And worse, like I said, a time like I've never been seen upon the earth. For there shall be sedition among men. Sedition, meaning revolts. So, going back to what I was just saying. The fact that your own government does not give a shit about you. Joe Biden and the administration literally just put up a middle finger towards y'all. They gave y'all $700 in relief funds. Then sent millions to Ukraine. Those people in LA still have to pay taxes, and they don't have houses. Their homes just burnt up. And you gotta account for the people that's not even rich over there. Because the rich people, their house burned up, they gonna be all right. But the people who don't got bread like that, who don't have hundreds of thousands in the bank for cases like this, what are they gonna do? Okay? That can lead to sedition among men. People revolting and going against their own government because they're not gonna have, in that day, they're not gonna have no regard for their princes and rulers. They're not gonna give a fuck. They're just gonna go and do. They just gonna have that spirit on them to just go do it. Okay? So, yeah, think about it like that. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. So they're going to take it into their own hands. You say, you know what? They're going to realize that the government, like I've been saying, actually, not even me, us, brothers, have been saying, they don't care about you. They don't. And these people are slowly but surely starting to realize that through them trying to take their weapons and all that shit, which they gonna try and do that, through them trying to ban freedom of speech, you know, because he also said that in his speech as well. We have a lot of misinformation coming out, and disinformation, and people are getting confused, and you have false information coming out. It's above the truth. Yet when y'all lie about something and tell people, hey, this is good, this is organic food and it is good for you, well, really it's destroying your fucking body, that don't count as a lie, right? So the people are going to start seeing, like I said, like the other nations, the BRICS nations, who've already seen that Esau Edom, America, is a wicked ass people, a wicked ass place. They've already started coming against America through de-dollarization, through building their own currency, which is gonna lead to one world currency. They've already seen that America is full of crap, man. It's just a matter of time before the people realize that. And all of these different, the CIA and the DHS, which I forgot to pull that out, Salakia. The CIA and the DHS, or no, not the CIA, the DHS and the FBI warns of more terrorist attacks, okay? So, when that starts to happen as well, then what do we know is gonna happen? Order ob chaos, order from chaos. You have all these different things, all these different attacks happening. You have all these different attacks happening. What's gonna happen? You're gonna become an enemy of the state. Everybody's gonna become an enemy. But who are they really gonna pile that blame onto? Us, the Israelites. They gonna say this group of people are domestic terrorists. They are enemies of the state. And what is that gonna lead to? Another prophecy, persecution. What is that? Revelation chapter 3 and 10, Matthew 24 and what? Shit. 24 and 9 or 10, around there, which I'm gonna bring it out anyways. I'm not gonna try and memorize it, but you get my point. Now let me continue reading this. This is verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able to. Another thing that came from them Palisade fires. People was trying to drive and get out of the city, get to shelter and safety. And the fire started expanding. So what did they do? They literally start hopping out their cars and leaving them. Just like in the movies. They started leaving their cars, abandoning them, trying to get to the water, get to safety, run, get wherever they could. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Why do I see around all these men with their hands on their hips as a woman in travail? Okay? It speaks on that in Jeremiah 30:6. These men, these so-called mighty men, these tough guys, red pill motherfuckers, all the other different guys, redneck, whatever, I don't care who you is. If you're a man, you fall into this category, a man of the world. Young nigga, it don't matter. Like I said, if you're a man of the world, y'all are gonna turn into in that day, okay? The only real men that's gonna be standing is the men of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, the ones who have complete faith and trust that their Lord Yahushua is coming to what? Deliver salvation to the Lord's elect. Those are the ones that are gonna stand tall in that day. And it's gonna be stable. Because what does it say in the scriptures? If ye faint in the day of adversity, your strength is little. Meaning your faith, you lack in faith. Verse 18. No, Salaki, verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, the blicky, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. So, those are the times that we're approaching, man. All of these things that I'm bringing out in the scriptures, those things are going to happen on the earth. All right, let me go down to verse. Let me go down to verse 22. My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon earth. So who sheds innocent blood upon earth? Esau, Edom. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and hath consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith Yahweh. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power. Defile not my sanctuary. For Yahweh knoweth all them that sin against him. Like I said, just because you think you got away with it, you have to. You're gonna have to pay for those sins that you committed. And therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. So that's what's coming up on this place, man. Death and destruction. Death and destruction. Okay? For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them, for the Most High power shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. So that's going to be the 2/3, as well as the heathens. Like it, because salvation is only for the Lord's elect, the 144,000, followed by the 1/3 innumerable multitude. Those are going to be the ones who are tried as silver is tried, and refined as gold is refined, and brought through the fire. And the ones who are going to call upon the Lord's true name, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Okay. All right, let me get this. I'm gonna go to bed. Jeremiah 50 and verse 1. What is this heading? Prophecy against Babylon. America is Babylon the Great. Okay? The word that Yahweh spake against Babylon, and this talking about ancient Babylon, but these scriptures apply to America. That Yahweh spake against Babylon and against the land of the Chaldeans by Jeremiah the prophet. Declare ye among the nations, God, goodness, Salakia, man. I got snot bubbles. Shit is making it hard for me to speak. Breathe. Salakia. Declare ye among the nations, and publish, and set up a standard, publish and conceal not, say Babylon is taken, Baal is confounded, Merodach is broken in pieces, her idols are confounded, her images are broken in pieces. For out of the north there cometh up a nation against her. So what's that nation that's gonna come up upon her from the north? The north country. That's speaking of Gog, Russia. Russia's gonna be the country that comes against this place. That's why Donald Trump is trying to get in good graces with them. Because these elites know they downfall. They know. They think that they could change prophecy, though. If we become cool with them, then maybe they won't send those ICBMs on us. You know what? That is a very good statement to think. They think that that's going to happen. But it's not. Let's see what the scripture says. Which shall make her land desolate, and none shall dwell therein. They shall remove, they shall depart, both man and beast. Nothing's going to dwell here. And Salakia, I said that beast and creeper things are going to be dwelling here. Nothing's going to be dwelling here. I misspoke. In those days and in that time, saith Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together. So Israel being the northern kingdom tribes and Judah being the southern kingdom tribes. So me personally, I'm from the southern kingdom. You have our brothers, Ephraim, Manasseh, Issachar, etc. So-called Mexicans, Cubans, and Puerto Ricans. Those are our northern kingdom brothers. So we're not going to be warring with each other no more. We're going to be in good graces. We're not going to war anymore. In those days and in that time, saith Yahweh, the children of Israel shall come, they and the children of Judah together, going and weeping. They shall go and seek Yahweh their God. So, as we read in the land of our captivity, we shall remember ourselves. We have been remembering ourselves. We are starting to come back into the light. Our people are starting to wake up from that spirit of slumber that was bestowed upon us through the curses. They shall ask the way to Zion with their faces thitherward, saying, come and let us join ourselves to Yahweh in a perpetual covenant that shall not be forgotten. We're just talking about the new covenant. Are we in a new covenant yet? Again, no, we're not in a new covenant. We don't have all the laws in our head. We don't have the laws written on our hearts. Heart meaning mind. If we was in the new covenant, there would not be war anymore. We would be in the Holy Land, etc. My people have been lost sheep. So, again, how could you know you was the chosen people of the Lord? You say you've known for years. You say you always knew that you was the chosen people of the Lord. That's contradiction in the scriptures. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from the mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. So we didn't know what land we came from. We thought, we was taught we came from Africa. All throughout history, we came from Africa. Transatlantic slave, we came from Africa. History books, we came from Africa. Which is not true. We came from the land of Israel. We're the true chosen people of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the children of Israel. And Negroes, natives, and Latino people. All that found them have devoured them. And their adversaries said, we offend not, because they have sinned against Yahweh, the habitation of justice, even Yahweh, the hope of their fathers. So all the people that came across us during history devoured us. What happened to the Gadites, which is the North American Indians? Christopher Columbus came over here and took their land, raped, robbed, murdered them. What happened to us? The Southern Kingdom, we came over here in ships, transatlantic slave. We got beat to death. We got punished. We were banned from reading the Bible. We was deleted for that, executed. All through the curses though, through Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. But every time a nation of people came upon us, they devoured us. The Mexicans, the Spaniards, they came over to their land, devoured them, made them speak Spanish, which ain't even their native language, okay? Remove out of the midst of Babylon and go forth out of the land of the Chaldeans and be as he-goats before the flocks. So people will read that and think, hey man, we gotta get together, you know what I'm saying? We have to go and physically leave America. No, it's talking about spiritually leave this place. You spiritually leave it, you're awakening, okay? You're leaving it, spiritually leaving it. For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon an assembly of great nations from the north country. So what is that talking about? Like I said, we already discussed what the north country was. And they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows shall be as a mighty, expert man. None shall return in vain. So we know that they have those powerful ICBMs, Satan 1, Satan 2, with precise pinpoint accuracy. Those ICBMs are going to be used to destroy this place. That is going to be what brings the desolation. When they're in the World War III and they're fighting and they're battling, those ICBMs are going to come over here and go destroy this place. And Chaldea shall be a spoil, all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith Yahweh. So I'm not even gonna get that in the NLT, man. Let me get Luke 21 and 11. Luke 21, chapter 10. Then said he unto them, this is in the red letter, we know Yahweh Shah spoke it. Focus, focus, focus. Okay. Nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, meaning everywhere. It's had to been multiple earthquakes every day since January. Since the beginning of January, man. And famines. There's famines going on all over the world. And I already told y'all, Gaza, Sudan, other places, man. Syria. They said they unveiling mass graves in Syria right now. Probably some more things they was lying about. and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. So all of these things, all of these different plagues that's coming upon earth, are all signs from heaven. That's how we know we are in the end times. That's how we know we're in the latter days. And I want to go to Matthew 24. Man, verse 8, all of these are the beginning of sorrows. So that's just going back to what I was just reading. It says the exact same thing, word for word, bar for bar. Verse 9, then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, and ye shall be hated of all nations for my name's sake. So they're gonna persecute us, man. They're gonna drive us away. We're gonna be going from city to city. You know, like an elder prophet Uriah Gabar said. He said, you have to be willing to leave everything, man. Leave all that stuff you have behind and just go. Because you don't know when this stuff could pop off, man. You can't be trying to, oh, I forgot this. Go back and grab it, man. Because that might be your downfall. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. So we just spoke about this, man. The love of many has been waxing cold. Let me see. We've been seeing a lot of Final Destination deaths in the news. Man, it wouldn't take me long. But let me read this though. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So that's what we got to do, man. We got to endure to the end. We got to keep pushing. Now is not the time to get lazy. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to this work, you got to keep pushing. Ask Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to increase your faith. Ask Yahweh Hashem Yahushua to increase your fear of him. Ask Yahweh Hashem Yahushua for more understanding, more wisdom, more knowledge. Whatever it is you need to ask for that. And believe that Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is going to give it to you. Through work, of course. You know what I'm saying? You can't just ask for it and then sit around and wait. You got to actually show the Lord that you're willing to work for it. Not just ask for it and then just sit there, man. It reads in the scriptures, be a doer of the word and not just a hearer of the word, man. It's not the time to be slacking off, man. We're past crunch time, man. This is the stage right here, man. The ultimate test is coming. That mark, the ultimate test, man. The ultimate test of faith. Whether you on the right-hand side with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua or the left-hand side with the spiritual demon Satan. Okay? You got to pick a side, man. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Me personally, us brothers, we want to be on the right-hand side, man. That's why we ask and pray that and hope that we're of the hopeful elect. Okay? We want to be the 144,000. We want to be able to judge all the nations. We want to be in rulership with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. We want to be in rulership with Yahweh Shah. We want to be serve Yahweh Shah. We want to serve King David. You know what I'm saying? Do all of these things in the kingdom of heaven. We don't want to be like you wicked niggas out here, you know what I'm saying, looking back. Man, I knew the truth, but it was just too much work, man. I ain't want to do it. That's the spirit of you niggas. We don't have that spirit, man. We don't want to be like that, man. We want to be a holy people like the Lord instructed us to be. Okay? We want to separate ourselves from this wicked ass place that we live in. All right, let me see. Yeah, let me get 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 1. And it reads, woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. And gird up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair. Bewail your children and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and whom plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire and stubble? When it has begun to burn, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord Yahweh sendeth the plagues. He sends the plagues. All of these things, all the things that I read previously, all the death and destruction is of Yahweh, the Lord, not of the devil. The devil is a lie. My Lord wouldn't do nothing like that. My Lord wouldn't. Okay, nigga, read the scriptures. We just read it right here. The mighty Lord Yahweh sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? No one. So they think that they can change prophecy. Maybe if we get in good graces with them, they won't destroy us. Just because you think you didn't did something, don't mean that you actually did something. The scriptures say the north country will destroy you. The scriptures say Babylon the Great will be a desolation. This place is going to be destroyed. It's inevitable. Okay? Get that through your head. A fire shall go forth from his wrath, and who is he that may quench it? Jumping down to verse 14. Behold, the plagues are sent and shall not return again until they come upon earth. So, no one is able to return these plagues that are being sent upon earth and that are going to continue to be sent upon earth, man. You cannot stop prophecy. You can't. It is inevitable. It is bound to happen. And it's going to happen because this place is so damn wicked. Let me see. Yeah. This is just gonna hit back on what I've already said, man. This is Jeremiah 51 and verse 47. Therefore, behold, the days come that I will do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon, and her whole land shall be confounded, and all her slain shall fall in the midst of her. Then the heaven and the earth and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon, for the spoiler shall come unto her from the north, saith Yahweh. So, this place is going to be repaid. A mighty price, man. For all the wickedness they've done, they're going to be repaid. Shalom. Karatazar Gabor.
Hey, do me a favor.
That's my channel.
I think, man.
Yo. All right. So. Ooh. Good catch. Man, this wind's starting to pick up, man. Let me get this. You're doing the will of the Lord, man. Jake's starting to wake up, man. Out of all the weeks and all the different days I've been out here, that was the first person that's approached me and asked for my channel, man. So the word is getting out, man. The word is getting out. Our people are starting to wake up, man. But let me go back. This is Jeremiah 51. Yep, just read that. Let me get this. I want to go to Revelation chapter 12 and verse. Let me see. Revelation chapter 12 and verse 7. And there was war in heaven. There was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon. And the dragon fought and his angels. So that dragon is talking about what? The revived Roman Empire. Which is what we're in right now. And prevailed not, neither was their place found anymore in heaven. So you got to realize, man, Esau Edom is so proud that they think they're gonna be able to fight and win against the angels of the Lord, and they're not gonna prevail. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. So who deceived the whole world, man? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. They deceived the whole world. And another part of that deception is going to be that what? That MOTB, that mark, that RFID, CHIP. They're going to deceive a lot of people with that as well. But don't be deceived, Israel. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. So the Lord getting ready to cast these people out, man. And this beast is going to go down. Just because they revived their first deadly wound, they think they can revive their second deadly wound through what? Through a new world order. They think they can revive it, but they not. They think if we put out this MOTB and we roll this out and we cut off all the people's resources and get them to follow under I'm at camp right now, yeah. Con, I read that. All right. Salaki. So as I was reading, or Salaki, no, I was saying. So they think that they can, if they take all these resources through Order Ab Chaos, you know what I'm saying? Order from chaos. They have all these different chaos coming on the earth. Through these terror attacks, which is gonna continue to come. Man, we gotta do something. They're gonna cut off the supplies, right? When they cut off the supplies, these people are gonna go crazy, especially Jake. They're gonna be suffering. When they cut off these supplies, that's when the MOTB comes into effect, right? You can't buy or sell unless you have a mark, unless you get this C-hip in your hand or wherever they're gonna put it at. Because you know you have people who will be assholes and say, well, if you get it in your butt, then do it really count? It don't matter. Wherever you get it, you still are marked, and you still saying you're against the Lord, Yahweh, man. So it doesn't matter. But that's gonna be their new world order, though. They're gonna have a system. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying, implement that into everybody, because they literally think they're God, right? They think they can control everyone. They think they're God. Just read Revelation chapter 13, man. It goes into that. They can control the people. And that's going to be the way that this place is going to go down, man. Okay? Through them trying to revive themselves, that's going to be the way they revive themselves. So like they think they're going to revive themselves through having all these people controlled through the chip system. CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency, one world currency. You can't buy or sell unless you have it. That's where the hour temptation comes. Like I said, the ultimate test is coming, man. Either you on the right-hand side, the side of righteousness, or on the left-hand side, the spiritual demon Satan. It's going to be an ultimate test of faith. Unless you call upon the two names of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, you're going to take that thing, man. Okay? How you going to feel when you go 3-4 days without food? Man, I got to feed my family. I'm just trying to survive. Man, the Lord tells us in that time, man, if you're doing the things you're supposed to be doing and your faith is strong, he's going to take care of you, man. He's going to have your back. It reads that in Matthew chapter 6 and verse 30 on down. Don't worry about the food and the bread and the clothes that you... Don't worry about tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? I have you. I got you, man. What is that? Isaiah 65:9. Let me see if I can get that real quick. Shalom. And I will bring forth a seed. No, Shalakia, not 65:9. 65:13. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh the Most High Power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy of heart, but ye shall cry for sorrow of heart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. Right? Because you got to realize, man, once you get that thing, oh, shoot. I'm about to wrap this up soon. Once you get that thing, you're a mark, man. You're marked. There's no returning. There's no coming back from that. So, I really want to go into Obadiah 1, but my phone is about to die, so I'm going to wrap it up and close the lesson off there. Turn to the east. Give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Akak, double blessing and honor to the apostle, elders of Great Millstone, who taught us the truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, I say Shalom, Israel, Shalom.